Hello friends. Today I'll be discussing on water softening methods which are being used in treating hard water, and in this section I'll be dealing with the removal of temporary hardness. We already know that hardness is usually present in the subsurface water due to the presence of calcium carbonate and magnesium bicarbonates, carbonates, etc. And even the sulfates, chlorides and nitrates are also present, but the temporary hardness is caused mainly due to carbonates and bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium. And we know that hardness is desired in public supplies. If it is zero hard water, then the water won't get the desired taste. And hence we also know that the limit for drinking water as per BIS, it is 75 to 110 mg per liter. If it is below 75 mg per liter, then there will be no taste in water. And also we know that if the hardness is too much in the water, say for around above 300 mg per liter or so, then it leads to several problems, such as there will be more consumption of soap, or the taste of the food gets impaired, and also there will be maintenance problems in plumbing fixtures. And as far as the industries are concerned, then it depends on the different processes those industries carry out. For example, if it is a textile industry, then hard waters are not desirable there. And also, if the boilers are being used, then there will be scaling problem, and few industries need hard water. That's why the standards are different for the different industrial supplies. Based on that, the treatment has to be given. So in this section, we shall go with the water softening methods which are being used to remove temporary hardness, which includes boiling or the addition of lime. And we shall go with the other special methods which are being used to remove the permanent hardness in the next video. Okay, so in this we shall go with boiling first. So when the water is being boiled, what happens? The temporary hardness, which is in the form of calcium bicarbonate, reacts with the heat, and calcium carbonate is being formed, which is insoluble, or it gets precipitated, and the carbon dioxide gas is being released. Now this calcium carbonate which is being formed can be sedimented out and can be removed as a sediment. But one drawback of boiling is we cannot boil huge quantity of water. That is, this water softening method cannot be used for softening of water in huge amounts. And also, the other drawback is that it cannot satisfactorily remove the magnesium carbonate, as it is very much soluble in water, carbonate as well as bicarbonates. Okay, so let me go to the next method, that is addition of lime. Generally, lime, that is the hydrated lime, is being added to the hard water for the removal of temporary hardness. So these are the reactions that take place. First reaction is that when magnesium carbonate, which is in the soluble form, it reacts with the hydrated lime in order to form precipitate of magnesium hydroxide, which is insoluble. That is, magnesium hydroxide gets precipitated, and also calcium carbonate is being formed, which is again in the insoluble form. And magnesium bicarbonate, when it reacts with hydrated lime, it forms calcium bicarbonate and magnesium hydroxide, which is precipitated here. And calcium bicarbonate, when reacted with hydrated lime, forms calcium carbonate. So finally this is being sedimented out. So this is how, by adding additional lime, that is more amount of lime in the hydrated form, it can remove the temporary hardness. That is, completely it can remove it, not only the calcium carbonate and bicarbonate, but also magnesium carbonate and bicarbonate. So generally this method is adopted for softening waters which contain temporary hardness in them, and which are to be used for the public supplies. So in the next video I'll be discussing about the methods which are used to remove the permanent hardness. Thank you.